Hello there, Board Game Maniacs, and thanks for joining us for another game of Apocalyptic Saturday. As you can tell from the title of this video, we are playing none other than Night of the Living Dead, a Zombicide game created by Cool Miniac, Guillotine Games, and Image 10. We are playing Scenario 2. Is there a key? In either case, we are playing this, and the objective of this is so that you have to look and find the key to the gas pumps. You know that because you've seen this in the movie. If you haven't seen the movie Night of the Living Dead, the original, check it out. It is well worthwhile. Or even the remakes, they're all awesome. There's a look at the board and all of the ghouls that are set up. They're not called zombies in this, they're called ghouls, but I'm going to probably refer to them as zombies from time to time, just so everybody knows. And with this, the objective is looking for the pump's key. The game is won as soon as the house equipment deck is exhausted. The survivors have found the pump key at last. The game is lost whenever there is at least one ghoul in the house at the end of the player's phase. We played the first scenario on camera, so you can check that out if you want to see that before this second one. They're directly linked. And again, this is scenario 2. For the special rules to set up, survivors start in Romero mode with their Romero ID face up. So you can see here, all black and white. I have the black and white miniatures there, so they are all in Romero mode. Trusting each other, any survivor giving the Winchester 94 starting equipment to another survivor with reorganization trade action may switch to Zombicide mode, which means you take the cards, you flip them over to the color side, and then you use the color miniatures, which will give you a lot more skills that you can use to win the game, hopefully. And the third special rule is equipment stash. The melee and range equipment decks can only be searched in the design zone, only while in Zombicide mode. So you can see here, there's a stash here, and there's a stash there on the stairs. Now, you have to be in Zombicide mode, so you have to be in black and white. And also, too, as well, you cannot have a ghoul in your zone to search that. So just be aware of that. That is the stipulation for this game. You can play this game solo, which I'm doing today. And pretty much when you're playing solo, you have to control every one of the characters, all 6 characters, but it's not hard to do. And we're going to go over the characters and talk about who we have. And you can see here we first have Barbara. She has a tire iron and Karen's trowel. Now this was all just randomly selected, even the characters and so forth, so just you're aware of that, but you can pick them if you want. Next we have Deputy Vince. It's kind of a little bit of a glare there. That's a little better. And he has a crowbar for his weapon. That's all he has. And we have good old Karen, and she has a table leg. We have Tom, who has the Winchester 94 and the table leg too as well. Oh, didn't even on camera. There you go. And we also have Johnny. He has a table leg, and Ben has the claw hammer. You can see all of this Romero mode survivors are all starting here. And again, the point is we have to find the keys to the gas pumps to win the game. And we also have to deplete. The game is over when the house deck is depleted too as well. Alright, so we're ready to start off, and Tom has the first player token because he has the Winchester 94. Now, it does state that if you use a free action to trade the Winchester, you will go into Zombicide mode. Now, when I say trade the Winchester, if you start off the round with it, you don't automatically go into Zombicide mode. It's only if you trade it during the first round and so forth. So anyhow, Tom is right here. He's got a knife. And we got to decide what we're going to. So he don't have any skills right now. I just had to move this thing down. And in blue he has no skills. He has shove in yellow. In orange it's +1 action. And in red it's plus free melee action. And again, that is only in Romero mode. When you are in Zombicide mode, you have so many more skills that you can do. So anyhow, Tom is going to move in to... Actually, you know what? Tom is just going to stay here, and he's going to lock the door. Oh, that's not a door, that's a window. Haha! I was missing a window thing earlier. Sorry for reaching across. So this is going to be the door here. And he is, you know, he just, the door is closed anyhow. I made that mistake, actually, correction, because I thought the door was actually opened at first, and I was taking an action just to close it or whatever, but the door is originally closed. So then I have to redo Tom's action. So he is going to, his first action, he's going here for this zone, and that was his first zone. His second action, he can open this door. He's got the Winchester. He's not too careful or too scared about it, so he's just going to open up the door. Oh, you can't really see there where he moves, so I got to pay attention to this even more. So you can see Tom is right there. He moved here because the deck that is here, you can see there, it's off camera, but I will fix that. The deck is right there where Tom is going to, in Romero mode, he can do a search for an action, but he spent his 2 actions to move over, so now he is going to, he opened the door, I should say, and he is going to search, because you do get 3 actions. From where Tom has he has 1 action left. This is in a different zone. He would have to move in here to be able to search. He can't search from his own away, as far as I'm understanding. So he is not going to do that. But remember, as soon as we deplete the house deck, we win the game. So I'm depleting the house deck by taking one of these house cards for a search. Plenty of shells. So that is the one thing that Tom has. He has the Winchester, so that will probably benefit him for sure. And it says you may reroll once all attacks. You may reroll once all attacks with the shotgun shell weapon. The new result places the previous one may be used in the backpack. So he's just going to put it in his backpack, obviously, into his spot, because he has 3 spots that he can hold it. Now, the Winchester can't benefit from that plenty of shells because it uses bullets, not shells. There's a difference. But anyhow, that was Tom. His 3 actions are done. Next to activate is Johnny. So here's Johnny. Johnny's right here. You can see him. His first action, he also is going to search because you have to deplete the house deck. He's got flammable fluid. Discard along with the mason jar. The survivors receive a Molotov. May be used in the backpack. So you can see there. So that is what Johnny got for his first action. Second action, he cannot search. But what he's going to do is he is just going to move here for his second action just so he's safe, and then third action he's moving into here because he wants to try to get a good weapon, because all what Johnny has right now is the table leg. Ben is going to go next because he is next in line, and he does a search first and he gets Karen, poor baby, set a relative in the zone, then discard. Great. So Ben did a search right there. He's got the he found a relative, which sucks because it's going to be really bad. But now I have to put a relative into that zone. So let's, no, I don't want to use Johnny. Let's use Barbara. I think it's Barbara. No, it's not Barbara. But anyhow, this is just a relative, and it's going to be put in the zone for Ben because Ben is the one that drew it. So that was the first action. Now, what relatives are really, really bad if they come on the board? In the book on page 17, it tells you about relatives. Relatives are dear friends and family survivors once knew that have turned into ghouls. Having them around has a deep impact on survivors' morale, filling them with a sense of immediate doom. Wounds dealt 1 to eliminate is 1. Special is as long as one relative is on the board, all survivors in Zombicide mode switch to Romero mode. These survivors switch back to Zombicide mode as soon as the board is cleared of relatives. Be careful, the survivors' skills are altered as they switch IDs. So pretty much what that means is because the relative is in the game now, they cannot switch to Zombicide mode, even if they were given the Winchester, because we have to take care of that one first. So anyhow, that was Ben's first action, and it wasn't really that well. But now he's going to attack, and he has the Claw Hammer. It's close combat, 0 range. He gets 1 die, and he has to get a 4+ that does 1 point of damage. So we're going to see if we can get rid of her. So we're going to roll the 1 die, and it's a 5, and I had to get a 4+. So therefore, that relative is gone from the game, and Ben is going to recuperate it by getting 1 XP. That was 2 actions because he searched and then he killed the relative. And for his third and final action, he's just going to move into here to get ready to cover if any of the doors or the windows are broken when the zombies will spawn, because we got to be careful with that. Karen moved over here. Well, she's still in the same zone, so it's not really a move action. She's just kind of staying in this room just to make sure that all these doors and everything are stay closed. And she's going to search from the house deck, because we got to try to dwindle down plenty of bullets. So this is like the plenty of shells, but it's a plenty of bullets. And Karen don't need it, but and she's not in the same zone as Tom to give him that. So that was her first action, was to search. She's going to move over to Tom's area, which again is off camera because I zoomed in a bit. So let's zoom back out. Sorry about this. And she moved in with Tom, and then she's going to do a trade action. So you don't have to trade anything to get something, or you can give something and get nothing in return. It's perfectly fine. You have to work it out with who you're playing with, but it's just myself. So I'm going to give plenty of bullets to Tom, and Tom still got plenty of shells too as well. So she searched, she moved, and she traded. That's her 3 actions, and that ends the turn for Karen. Barbara's going. She is staying in this room, and actually there's nobody covering in this far room, so I'm thinking Barbara is going to go 1, 2 to get there, and she's going to do a search, because again, why not? And she's got boards. This card, gain 3 XP, may be used in the backpack. So these boards can be converted to board up building or windows and doors and so forth. So therefore she's going to hang on to it for her first action. Well, that's her third action for searching, and it's on to the last one, which is going to be Deputy Vince. So Deputy Vince, he's alone in this room. He needs to stay here just in case. So he's going to stay where he is. He's going to do a search from the house deck, and he gets a scope, but he don't have any weapons onto him, but he's going to hold on to it just to be safe, put it in his backpack, and he's going to chillax. And that ends all of the heroes phase, the survivors phase. Now we're going on to the zombie phase, or the ghoul phase. For the ghoul phase, you can tell that there's no ghouls on the board yet, so we're just going to go to the next step of the ghoul phase, which is to spawn ghouls. So the way we spawn ghouls again is you're going to pick a card for every one of the spawn points and so on. So I'll be back after I do that, because you don't need to see that on camera. It's kind of boring. All the spawning is done. You can see there's a fatty right here. There is a breaker right there. Breakers aren't good because they can break through barricades. And down here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this here is just another walker. So that is what spawned. Now we're going on to the end phase, and all what happens in this end phase is the first person token gets shifted over to the next person to the left, or clockwise. So therefore it is Johnny going next. Now, in Board Game Maniac tradition, I'm just going to start playing, and when something happens that I need to show on camera, I will show you, so I'll be back after that. Wish me luck. Hopefully we're going to find the keys. We're on to round 2, and again, I'm not showing every little thing that I do on camera, but I just wanted to point this out because Johnny, he set up so on this turn he's going to try to get into this and get one of them special cards. But to do that, he has a closed door, so it takes 1 action to open the door, so the stairs are accessible now. So for his second action, he's going to open this up. Oh, and look what he got. Johnny's got, it's kind of too zoomed in. He's got another Winchester. You can see there, that's good. So where Johnny got a Winchester, he don't have a scope unfortunately, but now he has a table leg and a ranged weapon, so melee and range, which is going to definitely work in his favor more. And remember, you have to be in Zombicide mode to search that. On with the game. Johnny's second action, he moved into the room with his sister Barbara, and he's going to be a nice brother because he is going to give Barbara the Winchester. So because Barbara is going into the Winchester, getting the Winchester, she's being traded, so she is going to switch into the colored mode, which is Zombicide mode. And Karen she's taking the because she don't have any more spots into her backpack, so she's going to take the tire iron. I know I'm not showing this, and she's putting it in her backpack, slot number 2. She's taking the Winchester, sorry if I'm crossing camera, and putting it into her up close hand. So that was Johnny's. He searched, he moved, and then he traded. So that is the end of Johnny's activation. Because Barbara now is in Zombicide mode, you flip her card over, and her blue, because she's still in the blue, she gets slippery, which is definitely going to be a big bonus. But one more thing we have to do, and that is we have to exchange out Barbara's black and white miniature for the colored miniature, which means that she is now officially in Zombicide mode. Good job to you, Johnny. On to Ben's turn. He did a search, he got flammable fluid, and he did a second move to move into this room here, you can see. And third, he searched, and he's got a lovely weapon. He actually got an Uzi. It takes shells, not shells, it takes bullets. And it has a 0 to 1 range, 3 dice, 5 plus, 1 damage. But that is good. You know, Ben finally has some kind of range weapon. You know, the only reason why I was able to pick that up again is because he was in Romero mode. I have to make a correction there. The first search that he did, if he was searching here, he shouldn't have been able to search there because you're going to search once per turn. So I'm going to put back his flammable fluid again because I want to keep that Uzi. And it may be a little bit of a cheat going on, but oh well, sorry, but I'm going to cheat. So that is going back into the house deck, which is the flammable fluid, because it wants to keep the Uzi. We're on the Barbara's turn, and her first action, she did a search here, and you can see, oh, I don't know if you can see or not. Well, yeah, I'll put it there. Hopefully it's going to be in focus. It's Karen, poor baby. We've seen this card before. So we have to put relative. Yeah, that's right, the relative. I forgot. Do you know what? I think it's going to be funny, but we are going to put a little girl. I know it's supposed to be Karen, but Karen is not dead. She's alive in this mission for now. Yeah, but there's the relative zombie girl, Karen, and now everybody has to go back to Romero mode. We're still on to Barbara's turn, but you can see that she's back into Romero mode. Her second action, she's going to attack with none other than Karen's trowel. That's kind of ironic. But anyhow, this survivor cannot switch back to Romero mode. The survivor cannot switch back to Romero mode when they are using the trowel, but she is just in. I may have made a mistake there. If I did, just timestamp, refer to page number of the book, and let me know what I did wrong, because I think she should have been able to be in Zombicide mode if she had Karen's trowel. She'd have to discard it. But in either case, oopsie, she didn't kill anybody, but now she's back normal. So for her second action, then, I'm just rambling. Range 0, so it's going to be 5 dice and a +5, and it's a, oh geez, it's a power too. That is a really good weapon. But unfortunately, it may be good, but it's not good at the same time, because you can't go to Zombicide mode with that. 5 dice. It's supposed to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5 dice, and 5 plus. did not hit her once. So therefore, her third and final action is the same thing. Give me a 5. I got a 6. Actually, I got 2 6s. So therefore, Karen, the horrible neighbor, relative, whatever, the zombie Karen girl thingy on the bad side is dead. I'm stumbling now. Boom! Right in the top of her head, splitting her cranium open. She gets an XP for that too as well. That is a good job. And that was your third and final action because you flubbed on your first time attacking her. On Tom's turn, what Tom decided to do, you can notice that he's in Zombicide mode now. And the reason why is because Barbara moved up here during one of her turns to get here. So what he's doing pretty much is doing a trade action. Barbara's more than happy to give him the scoped Winchester. The reason why is because the only way that she could use a Karen's Trowel is in Romero mode. So because she wants to be kind of close in with 5 dice rolling, it's a power 2 weapon. So she gave him, he turned into Romero or Zombicide mode. That was his first action. Second action, he is going to unbarricade this. And the reason why he can do that is because he also has a crowbar. Now, I'm not sure to unbarricade. I couldn't find it in the book that you have to roll, and if you're successful, then you can unbarricade it. But if you have something that will unbarricade in the first place, we'll just unbarricade it automatically for an action. In the book, it does say that for an action, he can, if you have the tool, or the crowbar in this case, you can flip it for an action. So that's what you did for a second action. Again, if I did wrong, that you're supposed to roll to see if you get it, just timestamp the video, refer to a page number, and let me know, please, so I know how to play this game properly. But I'm thinking it's this way, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong several times in the past. But anyhow, I'm rambling. So for his third action, he is going to shoot at this ghoul. Now, he has the scoped Winchester, so it's range 1 to 3, definitely within range. And the scoped Winchester gets 1 die, and it's a +3. Oh boy. Let's see if we can do this. So all he needs is a +3 here to kill that ghoul. And I get a 1. The door is open, or the window's open, and missed the shot. Oh, that was the third one. That was such a chance, and I failed miserably. Hope you're enjoying this battle report. Just remember, if you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, head over to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs to become an official sponsor, select one of the tiers, and get benefits that normal subscribers do not get. Check it out, links in the description. He did fail miserably, and that was his third action, but I'm not going to get totally worked up over, because we still have a couple other heroes or survivors to go before the zombies will activate. So next to activate is actually Karen, and she is right here, but all she's going to do is do a search from the house deck, because she's staying here because of that fatty. You just don't know. But she only has a power 1 weapon though, so she's not really going to be able to do anything to that fatty anyhow. But anyhow, did a search, plenty of shells. She has plenty of bullets and plenty of shells now in her backpack. She can't do another search, unfortunately, so that's her 2 things, and she's going to pass her third action. So next is going to be Tom. Now, in a previous round, Tom did a search and got a flashlight, so search, you draw 2 cards, maybe using the backpack. So Tom is right here. He's kind of guarding that room. He's going to do a search first, because again, we have to whittle down the game by depleting the house deck as quick as possible. So, of course, Tom, why? So, Tom got another board, so that's not bad. He's going to discard this one, because once you pick one up, you can draw another one or rearrange or what have you. I mean, not pick up another one, but get rid of one to rearrange. So he's getting rid of plenty of shells. He's got boards, so he kept the boards. And his second card he drew actually was another, oh, Karen, poor baby. And we all know what them cards are, because they happen a lot in this game apparently. So a neighbor, let's choose a different neighbor this time. Okay. And goes in right there. So all he did was a search for the first action, so Tom can still attack. So second action, he does have the Winchester, so it's 1 die, it's a 3+. Yeah, so 1 die, 3+. I'm just reading this card there. So here goes. See if he can. 4. Goodbye. Well, he would have went back to. The deputy would have went back to Romero, and then he would have been able to go back there again because of the sign just left him like that. But in either case, he did kill him, so Tom gets 1 experience point for doing that. Great job, Tom. And you do have the Winchester. It was on the start of your turn. So we're gonna, switch you out with the Romero, from the Romero, I should say, to the Zombicide mode. And he has shave, S-H-A-V-E, shove. Oh, sorry, I thought it said that was an A. It's an O. So we got shove, and we all know what shove. You can push it his own way. So there's nothing else. I think he can do anything because he did 2 searches. Reveal that. Second action was to kill. The third action, oh yeah, shoot, he has another one that he can do, but he's just going to stay where he is. He's just chilling, chillaxing, and that's it. And that ends Tom's turn. Johnny's next. Johnny's next. On the Johnny's turn, first thing he is going to do is he's going to do a search in the house deck. And he found mason jars. He has a torch already. So discard along with the flammable fluid. Oh, I thought we had the Molotov. But no, he's just going to hang on to that though, just for safekeeping. Now that was 1 action, was the search. Second action, he's going to go in here with Ben, and he's just going to relax where he is because he can't turn into Zombicide mode because he don't have a Winchester. So he's just going to chill out there and talk to Ben and try to make a game plan. And that ends it. Oh, no, Ben has 1 action. Sorry, my bad. My bad, I wasn't looking where the token was. Johnny shouldn't have been able to do that in the first place because he was the first person, so I have to get rid of mason jars. And when I say get rid of them, it's just kind of mix it up into the house deck again. So anyhow, that is it. We are on to the ghouls phase. Okay, so it's the ghoul phase going on, and all the ghouls are going to move, and this is where it's going to get pretty scary. So first, this ghoul actually is going up here. It's still in the same zone, I'm assuming, or no, it was there. So the ghoul is going to move. It can't break. I thought it was going to break this turn, but no, it didn't. So it moves there. All the other ghouls are going to do their thing. The only other ghoul that's going to be really bad is going to be going into the... oh, I don't know what that is. One of the rooms, anyhow, I'll show you right now. You can see here in this room, I thought it was the kitchen, but I can't see, well, actually it is the kitchen because the sink is right here. Haha! Ho ho! Okay, so anyhow, the ghoul, now, he's going to, this is open, so this window is open, so he goes in here, but he don't get to attack this turn. He just moves in, and that is it for that ghoul. All the other ghouls, nothing really happens, except again, the breaker moved, and the fatty that is on the board too as well, he's kind of close now. The door's closed, the windows are boarded up, but he's in the same zone as what Karen is, so because of that, the fatty's going to stay there. But anyhow, that is it, and we're on to the end phase now. When I say end phase, I actually meant the spawn phase for all these. So we start with the black one. We got to draw the first spawn card, and it is breakers. We are in blue, so it's 1 breaker is going to go with the fatty. Alrighty, and then we're going to do the second one that is up there, and it is going to be, oh no, 3 walkers. So I'm just going to take this group here. They kind of look like Elvis Presley a little bit, I guess, but there you go. And last but not least is this one right here. So let's grab one for that, and it's one walker. So yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing really good. Oh, we're still in the fight. That's all I'm saying, because whoever have played Zombicide before, the other Zombicides, know that you can think that you're doing such a great job, and then in a split second, things can go to hell very quickly, and you can be screwed up. So that's all the spawn, and with the end phase, the next player receives a first player token clockwise. So Johnny is passing on the first player token to Ben, and then we're going on to the next round. Before we go on to the next round, I just wanted to show everybody, this is what we went through for the house deck for searching, and this is what we have left. Well, I'm kind of zoomed in a little too far there. I'm not thinking, but here, that's kind of like what we have left for the house deck. So we're getting close to finding the keys, but we haven't found the keys as of yet. And once this is gone completely, that means we found the keys, because this represents the searching. So let's go on to the next round. On to the next round, and first to go is Ben. So Ben is here, and Ben, he could make his way up somewhere. See, there's two zombie entry points, two zombies here that are close that little Karen may need some help with, and we got like a breaker here that's going to break, and then we're gonna have three Fonzies coming in. So I'm not sure where Ben should go. Like, what am I gonna do? Karen don't have a power 2 weapon. Does Ben have a power 2 weapon? No, he does not. So he needs a power 2 weapon. So first thing Ben's gonna do is gonna do a search out of the house deck, and it gives me mason jars. So there you go, Ben. We'll do that. Oh, wait a minute. It's Karen. Karen don't have boards to board up, so she can't do that. See, or to take an action. Oh, she could probably take an action to close the door, but the door is closed. The breaker's gonna break this, I mean, so yeah, I'm okay to this part for now, I guess. I'm just trying to plan my actions here on camera, thinking out loud. I know at this point I can do whatever I want, because it's so, like, I'm doing pretty good into the holding zops back and everything. But anyhow, Ben, he did a search. His second action is going to be here, and his third action is going to be here, because he just wants to go to help out little Karen, and that ends Ben's turn. Next activate is Barbara. So Barbara is close. She has a really powerful, a potentially very powerful weapon, which is Karen's trowel. So she is going to try to trowel this ghoul, split his head open like she did the little Karen. So she gets 5 dice. It's a 5+, and it's a power 2 weapon. Oh, she totally annihilated, because you know, like, there's a 6, there's a 6, there's a 4. The whipped on that. But anyhow, boom! He is totally done, like dinner. So she is going up to actually another XP, so she's only at 2, but still, you know, slowly climbing, there's no problem. So that was her first action. Her second action is, because she has boards, so she's spending one of her boards to re-barricade that door, or that broken window, I should say, not that door, broken window. And now what she's going to do for her third action is she's going to move into here too as well, because she, oh, no, let's rewind that. Third action, she wants to search, because we got to get rid of this house deck as quick as possible. Flammable fluid, that's what Barbara has. So there we go, and that ends Barbara's turn. Deputy Vince is up next. He is in Zombicide mode, and he has a +1 free range action. So he can't shoot anything kind of the other way, that like he can shoot through a door opening, but it's only one zone away and so forth. But so what he's going to do for his action is he is going to open the door, and then he's going to shoot to see if he can kill, hopefully this time, with the scoped Winchester. He needs a 3+. He's going to try to shoot. It's one die. Let's go. 3+, baby. I got a 3. So therefore, pew, he is Wanzo. And it looks like the Home Alone zombie kind of thing. So it was Vince that did shoot Deputy Vince, so he goes up 1 XP. And he's got 1 free range. Well, he still has 1 free range action, but he can't really do anything else. So he opened it, he shot, and for his third action, he's just going to close the door. That is probably the smartest thing to do there. And that ends his turn. And now we are going on to Karen's turn. For Karen's turn, the first thing she's going to do is obviously search in the house deck. She only has a table leg right now, so she needs to try to get something else that's a little bit better. She did get something pretty good. It's some boards. But it's always good to have boards because you can always board up more windows when you got the boards. And we need the boards. So that was her first action. Now, Ben is in here. I think Karen is just going to leave. She's like, I don't know why she's going to leave, but we'll find out. So that was one action. Second action, you can't see it. And her third action is she's moving into the by the stairs so that she's going to be able to pick up and search into the green. I don't think you can see that on camera because I can't see my screen right now because I have the camera set up on tripod. But anyhow, she's by the green cards, and that ends Karen's turn. On to Tom's. Tom is going to do a search first. He has a flashlight, so he gets to draw 2 cards. And you know we're taking them from the house deck because whittling it down is the way we have to do this. I got a board and flashlight. Oh, I already got 1 flashlight, but I could certainly give this to somebody for sure, but I have to get rid of something. Oh, I need my planet bullets. I need my boards. Crapola. I have to discard this flashlight, unfortunately. Yes, and this hurts, but I'm getting rid of plenty of bullets too as well. So I got 2 boards and a flashlight. Now, having said that, I searched. The next thing I'm going to do here. Oh, that's not a good idea. Second action, he's going here to Ben. And he's like, hey, Ben, I got something for you. It's like, yeah, well, what is it? So he is giving Ben the Winchester 94. I think it's the Winchester 94. Yeah. So he is going to, now Ben is going to go to Zombicide mode. Finally, after I don't know how long, but he did. He's gone into Zombicide mode. Ben says, thank you very much, Tom. Here's my Uzi. I'm very, I think fair trade is great. So Tom's like, this is awesome. So Tom was here. He did a search. 1 action. 2 action, and traded is his third action. Now Tom is donezo for his turnzo. On to Johnny's turn, and he's just going to do a search, so he gets 1 card and plenty of shells, something that he does not need at all. But that was his first action. His second action is he is just going to stay where he is and relax. His third action, he's going to stay where he is and relax, but pretty much he's just in the center of the room. He's looking at the 2 windows. He's got the hammer in his hand ready to, whack the ghouls over the head and help fix up the windows if they get broken, but he needs boards for that. But anyhow, that is Johnny's turn, and we're on to, the ghouls' turn. We are onto the ghoul phase. None are in the house yet, but you're going to see what happened here. This is really bad. So the breaker is going to break the barricade. So this is open. Whoops, I kind of hit one of the cards there. But anyhow, so the breaker has opened that. Now, if we go down here, this breaker is going to open up that window. And that is it for the breakers. And now we have to do zombies, or the ghouls, if they're in the same zone. Well, they would do that first, they would attack, but they didn't. And the breakers, and you don't have to really do these all in order, but I like doing them following in the order in the book, at the back of the book actually. And now the fatty, he's going through the window. So we have one of the zombies in the room. And now over here, the Elvis, they're moving. They're not doing anything else. They just move once into this zone to get in with the breaker. The breaker did his thing or her thing and broke it open. Now, this breaker did his thing with the brick. So that is it. That's all for the zombies to come into play. So we're still lucky, but we're gonna have to start boarding up windows as quick as possible now, because our defenses are getting weakened in certain spots, which is bad. Next thing we do is we're going to have to do the zombie spawn. So starting with the black and white one. Oh, relatives, no, Johnny, somebody help me. And we're still in the blue and it says nothing, so we are lucky. No relatives are coming up, are going to be coming out and turning us all back into Romero mode. Yes. So the next one over there is going to be another relative card. What the heck? I shuffled these. Anyhow, nothing. So the third one, which is over here, is going to have one breaker. So we do get another breaker right here. So again, we have a lot of activity around the perimeter, and the perimeter's breached in one area and the breaker's going to breach it in the next one. But yeah, that is the end of the ghouls phase, and we're on to the end phase. And the only thing happens is Ben passes the torch off to Barbara to start the round. At the Barbara's turn, Barbara is going to simply go move here. She's going up to the fatty because remember, she has Karen's trowel. It's a power of 2, so it will wipe out the fatty with 5 dice. Hopefully, she's going to get lucky. So 5 dice, needing 5 plus. Oh yeah, she wiped them out totally because she's got 2 successes. She got a 5 and a 6. So that fatty will be gone. Bye bye. So goodbye, Mr. Fatty. And Barbara is just, she's doing most of the killing in this game, surprisingly. But Barbara's not done yet, though, because she has one more card, which is boards. Let's see if we can get a little closer. The boards card, so she's going to get rid of that and board up here, because the breaker is just going to stand there and break it again, because if not, he's going to come in, and we don't want anybody coming into the house if we can help it, because we're holding up, I should say, pretty darn well. So Barbara moved, she killed the fatty, and she boarded. That's for 3 actions, and now we are going on to Deputy Vince. On to Deputy Vince's turn. So what he's going to do is very simple. He's number 1 going to use his crowbar and unbarricade a window. You've seen this before. Now he's going to shoot with his scoped Winchester, 1 die, and he just has to roll a 3. Now the thing is with this, he also has, which is plenty of bullets, so it gets him to reroll, but he has to keep the second one. So all I need is a 3 or better, 3 or higher, I should say. And I get a 6. Is that on camera? I hope so. Yeah, there it is. So I get a 6. Successfully took out that breaker. So he's going up to, another XP. And he does have one free range action, which that was only his first action. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. Anyhow, I don't need to use it. I'm just using my last action to just board that back up again. Actually, I can't do that because I do not have boards to board it up. Oh, not good. What am I gonna do? I can search, because maybe I found boards. Maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna do a search in a house deck. And I get a scope. I already got the scoped Winchester, but I got a scope. It could come in handy. I could give it to one of my buddies to help them out. So that is done with Deputy Vince, and it's on to Karen. Karen. What Karen decided to do, because she see that one of the windows that were boarded up is broken now, so she needs help out. She wants to do more searching, but she can't really afford to try to do that, so she is going to go 1, 2, that's 2 actions. Her third action, she's getting rid of her boards card, which is right there, to board up that window again to help the team out completely and pull Deputy Vince's out of the hot water. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm stumbling on my words because I'm trying to put the words together with saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Next is Tom. So Tom has been chatting with Ben, and he says to Ben, he whispers in his, or don't whisper in his, but he whispers low, and he says, I think I remember where my uncle put the keys. And with that said, he walks over to the nightstand that is, or the end table I should say, the coffee table, side table that's beside the couch, lifts up the lamp, and underneath it is the key, hopefully, that they need, because there's only 2 cards left in the house deck. So, and Tom has the flashlight, so he can search twice. So, oh no. So, the game's not over just yet. Oh, it's another Karen. This is, I don't think it's going to really cause too much problems, but we'll see. Because I'm going to reach over the camera and grab Karen right in front of Tom. So Tom did a search for his first action. Now he's got 2 more actions. Oh, the other card was the mason jar thing, but he don't want the mason jar thing, and Karen is gone. I mean, the card is gone, so it's put there. So this is all the cards, but I think we have to get rid of any ghouls that are in the house, so have to concentrate and get rid of this Karen relative, because if not, she's going to cause some problems. Alright, so Tom is going to use his Uzi. And he's 3 dice, because it's 0 to 1 range, and it's a 5+. So 3 dice, 0 to 1 range. Come on, Tom. It would be fitting for you to win us this game. And look at that. A 5 and a 6, 3+. Goodbye, relative Karen. That means that Tom goes up 1 more XP. He's actually at 2 XP now. And he did the last search. So when Tom lifted up the lamp that was on the side table beside the couch, he found the keys. Next time, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the next round is for this. I guess I could look in the book while we're recording, just to let everybody know what when we play it next. It's going to be They're afraid of fire. Ooh. So I'm thinking this just might be that they got to get fire, and because I remember in the movie what they did is they got fire they went outside, that they found out that the ghouls were scared of fire, they were backing off and so forth, so they tried to make it out towards the gas pump. And I think this is what the next one is trying to make it outside with the fire. But we'll find out, so tune in next time when we play this for the adventure, or not adventure, Apocalyptic Saturday. I'm getting mixed up, I had Adventure Saturday in my head. So, in my head, Apocalyptic Saturday. Tune in the next Apocalyptic Saturday where we may be playing the scenario number 3. Who knows what we're going to play? Just got to wait and see, because I don't even know myself until the day I'm recording it. So until next time, Board Game Maniacs, be a maniac, and most importantly of all, kill some ghouls. Don't get your house caught on fire, especially in the winter time, because if there's ghouls, an apocalypse, and you burn your house down, you're going to freeze outside in the winter. So just make sure to do that, because that's most importantly of all with a game like this. So be a maniac, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye. Bye! Bye. Bye.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to keep up to date with Board Game Maniacs, click on the like and subscribe button to be notified when more videos come available. If you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, go to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs. Or you can go to streamlabs.com/BoardGameManiacs1. That's right, and you can donate to help keep the lights on, keep food in our bellies, and play more games. We'll purchase more games, more equipment to make Board Game Maniacs evolve and get bigger and larger. Because of you, the viewers, I thank you from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head for all of your support. And until next time, Board Game Maniacs, be a maniac.